I've lost my desktop background. Okay, let's find YouTube Studio. No. Yeah, shareable link. So good to everyone. Oh, it's one. Nice. Cool. Okay, so I need to open up the hand tracking project that I have. Pause detection, because the problem is this plugin stops us from building content or building the project. So the goal is to see if we can fix this using the help from Maze over in the Discord. To see if we can use the new updated version that he found to see if we can get that to build, which will be pretty cool. And then after that, we'll do some coding because I want to rejig some stuff in the GDXR template, which will be pretty nice. Patreon that we're live. Hey, that's done. Valdian, good morning. Good morning to you as well. Rejection project, August Utils, and then this. Okay, so if you haven't seen the last video, the problem is I did the tutorial on the hand pulse detection. However, when we build the application to the Quest, apparently it's breaking. It just doesn't build. So let's sit through this and let people trickle in. And then we're going to take a look at what um, path. Okay, that's different than what we wanted. Let's just do this. Tracking. I'm just going to copy the project straight over. There we go. Short file path. We'll see how it goes. File digging, grab popcorn. Interesting. I think unknown error super helpful. Thanks, Epic. Yeah. So the error that it seems like people were getting two different errors. One with a collision overlap, and then one to do with the actual build of the plugin, which I also get. So if we do Android, wait, I'll just check my project settings real quick. 32, security, 32, and then platforms, Android package project. We should get the error desktop. What did I call it? I put it in here. But I was gonna just sit in silence and do this by myself, but I thought I might as well just stream it and then we'll struggle together. It's a little bit easier. But hopefully everybody's having a good Tuesday. And then we should see this fail. So I've got no problem doing a new video, so I can do a part 7 and then just explain the situation through that. Which would be fine. But we'll see if with the help from Maze on the Discord works as well. Misery loves company, as I say. Yeah, typically if it's anything else I'm working on, I can just zone in and get done with it. But when you've just got to sit there and watch build logs fail over and over again, it's just it's excruciating, man. So frustrating. I've been doing client work all day as well. So this is the first time I've had a chance to jump into it. So here is the issue. Epic Games Engine source runtime format string SAN. So May is over on Discord. Found this section, which might help. But what I want to do first is try the updated version of the GitHub samples that he found, or they found, and then we can use that to see if we can get it set up so we don't have to modify any C++. Because that way it would just make life so much easier for people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this zip file. I'm just making a new folder called updated. I'm going to put them into there. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. My internet's been real dodgy lately. But I'm downloading the Unreal Hand gameplay template, and then we've got this Oculus Hand Tools version 1.2 here, which we could download as well once that's done. So I'll let it just do one, and then we'll take a look from there. Maze updated version fixes the T-chart build error, by the way. Nice. That is exactly what we want to see. So Oculus Tools downloads. I'll just put this in the updates folder. Hopefully we should see this one download pretty fast. So Oculus Hand Tools we're done. So extract here, why not? So we got Oculus Utils and then Oculus Hand Tools. So I'm assuming we need both. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to close that project. Did I close it? Let's just close all the projects I've got open because I have a lot. And then plugins, we'll just delete this one. Oh. There we go. And we'll just bring those both over. There. Hand tracking tut. Okay, the following modules are missing or built with a different engine version. This is where things typically go really wrong. Let's rebuild them. This is the bit where I'm going to get frustrated. it's not going to work, and then I'm just going to give up on it. I've never been very good at getting freaking plugins to compile. Well, this seems to be going a bit better. I don't want to jinx it. Maze, yes, you need both. Baldigan, do you ever feel like UE5 is a public alpha test meant for us to find and fix all issues for when UE6 comes out? Well, it's more just the whole testing in general, but this stuff isn't Epic's problem. This has nothing to do with Epic at all. This is down to Meta and their plugins. But at the end of the day, things are moving so fast that it explains the problem. See, this is the problem that I get, and I don't know why. See, this is where I get. What I was able to do before was remove the plugins folder, open the project, and then add the plugins folder, and then I could get into it. But for some reason, I can't compile the project once it has the plugins enabled. There we go. And then we go to plugins. We then get Oculus Hand Tools, Oculus Utils, and then if I restart it now, I still get it. I don't understand where I can't build. I'm building the project solution before launching Engine, by the way. Is that not what I'm doing? Let me. Okay, wait there. I'm gonna delete that, open it back up. I'm gonna add a C++ file and then see if I can just build it that way. I think the hand gameplay or the pause detection stuff is C++. Plugins, those are off. Tools, new class. Next, my class. Just do that public. Should be fine. If we can't get this to work in the next like 10 minutes, I'll just sort it out another time. I mean, obviously have C++. What is that? Hopefully that's good news then, because that's what I thought might be the issue. So there, we set up C++, we get an SLN, yeah, generate project studio files. So we do this, then add the plugin folder, and hopefully it boots up. Although I'm not hopeful. I keep having problems with it. Like what? Like why is that failed now? All I did was add C++. This is why I stick to blueprints. It's just easier. Plugins folder first, then regen files, then open SLN. Okay. So I don't think we're opening here. Oh, get a project. Okay. Let's close that. So new folder, rename plugins. in here, we paste right up to that column. Both of these into here. So we have our plugins folder. And then Maze, you're saying plugins folder first, then region files, and then open SLN. Right click, generate project studio files. See what happens here. I don't know if that's going to work. Because is it a case of we just open SLN and then we launch the project from there? Typically don't work with C++ projects myself. This is loading project 1 of 51. Should take too long. There we go. Cool. Hand tracking. Start new instance. I think that is it. Or do I have to build it from here? I'm just going to start new instance to see what happens. As long as I can open the program with the plugins enabled, that's absolutely fine. But at least if we open it through here, we should get some errors and it should tell us what's going on. Just run build first. I did not do that. Okay. I think it's working. I don't know if the plugins are enabled. It'll build it first anyway. I thought so. Telemetry tools, just enable those. Now we should be in plugins, other, hand tools, Argus tools, save all, platforms, Android, package project, and then we just drop it into here and we'll wait to see what's done. Ah, Maze, thank you so much. Genuinely for finding that freaking plugin. I don't know why they've got two then. Did I just find the wrong one? And gameplay. I thought I downloaded the 1.2. And Pool Showcase. This is where I got my one from. I got it from here. So it's two different projects with different versions of plugins. Okay. Oh, Polygon, let's go. Maze, why indeed? Yeah. Polygon, thanks better. It just needs to be in its own repo. Like that's all they need to do is just pop it into its own little repo to make the hand pull stuff easier to access. Because I have absolutely no idea what this means. Error pragma wants. Can we down so we just use just use the Oculus hand tools without the utilities plugin, would that work? Unknown effects. Visual Studio. I put some submodule /sim link commands in Discord. Okay, so you just take what you need then. That's pretty good. No clue. I'm not doing something dumb when I was messing around earlier, am I? I don't think either of these are going to conflict with it. The new error. It's a Pragma once error. I'll paste it into the Discord, like. Pragma once in main file. -w error. Pragma once outside header. Something to do with a hand input.c++ file. And input. This is the only information in that file. That means the guard is in the C++ file, not the header. I'll have a look. What? God, man, if you weren't here, I wouldn't know what I'm doing. Do we just need to move that hand input to here? Is that what it's saying? I know, I'm getting a lesson now. Sucks. Why isn't it a drag and drop? Delete hashtag promo once from C plus file, see what happens. Don't know why they put that. I was I was gonna try that. Wait there, let me copy it just in case. So the silly question is, can I just how do I compile this again? Close that and then rebuild? Is that what I have to do? I'm new at the whole C stuff. I rarely use it. We'll do that, build it, and then we'll just launch it back up so it hopefully compiles. Build in solution. I think that's what I just done. Right click and then build. Hopefully that's alright. Build succeeded. So then we just go debug and then start new instance. Man, I would love to just spend a whole bunch of time just playing around with C++. People aren't gonna like this for a video. Hey, we just build it and see what happens. If we get the error, we get the error. If not, just go from there. The build arguments within the solution must be different from those being used in packaging. Flag is trying to see how long we've been streaming for. 30 minutes. Okay. If this is the case, I wonder if there's an easy way we can just remove that file or remove that pragma once without having to do Visual Studio. But I don't think so. I don't think it's going to be wasted. I'm going to have to do an in-depth video. Give Maze one hell of a shout out. This would be cool if it works. If it's kind of just that, then it's not too complicated to get set up for beginners. This is kind of what I try to go with. Try to make it as simple as possible. So now we're getting a bunch of errors. As input reference invalid, no action. I'm pretty sure we should still compile after that. Remaining packages remaining 121, so it's going to take a little while, but it's going to work. It should work, hopefully. Also, hi, I'm a new customer, and I sent you a message over the web page. What is the best way to start your finding documentation for any steps by step playlist? I'm not too sure what you're referring to, Rodney. I definitely don't know what web page you're referring to either. But if you got any more info for us, then I can see what I can do to help. Matthias, I see red log messages. Yes, but that's to do with enhanced inputs. Enhanced input action event reference invalid null. So we can see how this goes once we get through the cooked packages, and then we can take a look at those and see if we can get past it. It might be because I'm doing some stuff that it's just not allowing it to do. This is usual Unreal error debug flow. As soon as you touch some C++, you shift from build and relaunch to spend 5 years on the computer science course debug. God, I never had the chance to do computer science. I did game art instead. So my whole background's like just the art side of it, which I don't really do anymore, which is a shame. Matthias, how's it going? It's going well. Just trying to get this sorted. See if we can do this, and then I want to jump into the game, the GDXR template, and maybe change some stuff around to use gameplay tags. Valdigan, this is more painful than watching frames render. It is. I wasn't expecting it to take so long, to be honest, but I think it's because we're streaming at the same time. I think my CPU is just screaming in pain. No. Question what it finds application for your tool or a YouTube playlist, how to use the tool. Was using human code. Are you referring to the GDXR template? I'm not too sure what human codable. Framework for VR, desktop, and mobile. Oh, the advanced framework VR mobile. Okay. GDXR template. So with the template, it's easier. You just kind of jump in and just read the code. I am working on new documentation and some videos to come out for how to set it up, but it's just using absolute bare bones blueprint logic. Um, bare bones is probably the worst way to describe it. But I'm not doing anything overly complicated that it should require full documentation to figure out. Everything's pretty compact and confined. As long as you know how to use a character controller, character controller with game instance and UI and that sort of stuff, and the enhanced input system, you should be good to go. But I do have a plan to do some videos in the next week or so to kind of go with the new updated template which released this week. But if you got any questions that you need answering immediately, just please head over to the Discord, and then we can help you in there. It's pretty active. Right. Start using them. I know it's the worst thing to say, but it's just blueprint interfaces, casting, game instance, and a character controller. If you know how to use those four different things, you can pretty much get a head start on how everything goes through. But I will be doing videos on it in the next week or so to get stuff out there and up to date. Because I also want to do it so it's a bit of a marketing thing as well to kind of push the template, which I think would be pretty handy. But the thing is, I've submitted a different version of the template to the marketplace as well, which is a desktop version. So I'm waiting for that to go live, and then I can kind of use either of them and do everything all in one shot, which will make life a little bit easier. Come on. This is a good sign that it's on 67 though. Oh, it's so painful. Yeah, talking about the GDXR template, one thing I want to do is change some of the things around to use gameplay tags. So we did the stream last Friday, and I think using gameplay tags is going to be a really good way to get people into using them. So adding them into the template as an example of how they can be used, I think it'll be pretty solid as well. I recorded a tutorial video before this, but I haven't had a chance to edit it down for doing the actual gameplay tags. So there's a full tutorial there. Rodney, $5 US. Thank you, dude, so much. Celebrate the first super sticker from Rodney Costa. Thank you. I don't know if it lets me do anything with them. Let's see if I can do anything. I can see your channel activity. I can go to your channel. I can put you in a timeout. I can use it. What? Oh, I thought I'd get some more options for that. I need something fun. Or I need to set up something fun when streaming. I need to set up some like notifications and stuff to do the annoying things on the monitor. Figure out how to do it. One thing I'd also like to do is see if I can cross stream from YouTube to Twitch and then do some longer streams that way, but make sure that you guys can see the chat from both. But I just need to kind of sit down and figure out how to do that, which I think would be really cool. 18, 17, come on. All those funny, annoying OBS things. Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs at the minute, but it's just, I've got it set up pretty boringly. Okay, right. We got errors. Exit code 25. Failure, 4 errors and 95 warnings. I'm pretty sure we got more errors than that. Why did I get that though when I'm not using that character? Source, Thumbs tools, plugins. I'm not using this character at all. Wait there, let's see if I do world settings, game modes. That should be mine. Project settings, maps and modes. Wait there, if I do packaging, cook only maps, exclude edit content when cooking, and then specific list of maps to include in package build. I think if I do this, it will remove that content out because it's not being built anymore. File name too long. Well, I'm definitely using the right template, aren't I? Let's double check I'm using the right project. Because that linked to a different location. I'm pretty sure it should just do it to itself. That should be okay. So for anyone watching, the reason I'm going to put it is the build only project. I think what's happening at the minute is trying to build everything in the project, even if it's not being used. So because we're not using that character in the plugin, if we remove the option to build different things, then it should only take what's in the level, hopefully. That's my thinking anyway. Yeah, that's maps. See if we get the same error. Hopefully we shouldn't have to wait all that long now. Should just go straight through. Content is missing from Cook. Okay, so probably because I excluded edit the content. Do you actually increase the file, the number character length? That's the word I was looking for. In editor settings, but for some reason it still didn't work for me. Which is why I just moved the project to the desktop folder. Although this is looking way better. Yeah, but I think it's still file. Yeah, it kind of opened it automatically. So it opened the file location from where the project originally was, which is why it defaulted to it. That's why I restarted because I knew that the name was in the wrong place. We did it! We did it! We got a build! See, this wouldn't be too bad, but my bladder feels like it's about to explode. Been drinking too much water. Meta Quest Developer Hub. Nice manager. And then we hope that we just cast straight through. The quest link. Sources. And track tut. Hopefully now we just boot straight into the project. But we're stuck on a load screen. Through this log. Project settings related. If something just goes into infinite loading, yeah, hands only, hand tracking frequency high, hand tracking version 2, experimental. Fine, Android 40. I don't think I need to do that. I've got to be careful with what I turn on here, otherwise it's going to redo shaders. But there's nothing in here that should stop it from loading. No, that should be fine. I don't know why it won't let me scroll up. Action Man, hi there. Hi. Check the Hey guys, I've got to bounce. I have a tutoring session in 10 minutes I completely forgot about. I tried to ask Unreal Engine community about my crash and didn't know what to do. I'm not too sure what to do either, man. You just gotta keep on the luck. Yeah, so what is the current Fab experience? I haven't used it other than to make sales, and it's done a couple of sales. Doesn't seem to have changed all that much for me. But I can't speak for everyone. All right, guys. I think unfortunately I might have to cut this stream short because of my own management skills. Um, we'll check this build, and then we'll go from there. So short stream can't hurt. There we go. Now we're in project settings. Middle finger, right finger. We got it working. We got builds in. Can you guys see that? If I can say hi. There we go. Definitely have a look at it. Shit, powerful. Can't remember what position I have my hand in. Oh, it's still on pinch. Right. Cool. But all right, we're in. Thank you so much. Honestly, God, thank you, Mace, for all the help. I don't think I would have got it sorted otherwise. What I'll do is I'll go back through the whole thing and I'll turn it into a tutorial, and then I'll show people how to set it all up and kind of go through it that way, which will make life easier. So I think getting that done in 50, 55 minutes, I think that's pretty solid. But like I said, I couldn't have done it without Maze's help. Thank you so much. Yeah, cool. All right, guys, I've got to bounce. I've got a tutoring session starting in 10 minutes, so I'm going to go get a drink and get everything all sorted out. And then I will see you all later on. I've got a little bit of work to do tomorrow, so tomorrow morning, but I'm hoping about 12 o'clock BST or GMT or whatever it is now with the clocks changing. That'll be on around 12 ish, 12, 1 o'clock. I'll see how it goes.